It'd be interesting if you guys wanted to tell us what your thoughts are on the album in the comments below. We will read them. We'll talk back. We'll respond. I mean, this community is about you as it is about us. It's just that we all actually reciprocate with each other. Y'all are welcome to as well. Talking to subscribers here.
But you guys got to have a black hat on with some red on it somewhere if you really want to fit in. Did you know all three of us had black hat with red on, bro? We got the memo.
Yeah, exactly. I've been making videos every day this month wearing this hat. This is my Knothead hat. Knothead was on CarnivalSpirits' first mixtape, Ninjas in Action.
Nice.
First plug.
A little plug there. Boom.
Yep.
No, man, the album is fucking fresh, dude. I'm glad I didn't listen to it early because I got to really feel it right now, you know.
You also felt the whole like, oh, I can't wait. Oh, everyone else is hearing it. Oh, a couple.
Yeah, no, that made it even better. You're right. That probably did make it better to hear when I could. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else is already jamming it, and I'm like, God, I want to hear it so bad.
I kind of feel like my experience was just the same because I've been feeling that way all month, you know what I mean? Like I get like that. So when the album was available to listen to, and we put that shit on in the car on repeat, nonstop, and then once I had a chance to sit and put the headphones on and really get the full sound in my ears,
right?
Forget about it, man.
And then, but it's like you said, also that was a little bit of a sentimental thing for you because it was you and your brother doing it together. You know what I'm saying? Listening to it. Yeah. He got you into it, and you had that opportunity to get it right then and listen to it and jam it. So yeah, exactly. And
when I say brother, I mean Juggalo brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the family bond is there, but only for the people that really truly are feeling it inside. So it's almost like you gotta look past the merch and you gotta have a conversation with the motherfucker because some people are not really on board. They just like the music. It's a little different. I'm locked in a little more where I kind of feel like this music. That's the thing. This music here, it's like therapy to me. It really is. I vent. I get shit off my chest. Going to the shows and the mosh pits, it's therapeutic.
It is very therapeutic because I can almost find an ICP song to relate to any situation in my life that I could be possibly going through right then, and it'll help me feel better or prepare or whatever, whether it's getting pumped for a concert, whether it's getting pumped for a football game, whether it's preparing myself for fucking court. You know what I'm saying?
When you were talking about, throwbacks to the first deck, one of the other things that I thought was interesting is in I'll Keep My Hatchet, which is kind of a shorter song, right? It has a part where, they stop rapping and it's just the beat goes on, and it almost feels like it's a small interlude where we get to just hear the production go off. It reminds me of the old school Mikey Clark days where he would just like and scratch for a little bit, with
exactly.
Like they back off of the mic for a heartbeat and just let the production take the forefront. The production is so good on this. I can't wait to find out who's responsible for
right, because we know it's not Mikey Clark, No. It's got so many different things going on, and you're right, because people forget there is great music to listen to. They can stop singing and they can stop rapping if you listen to really good beats. You can listen to really good riffs and enjoy the music itself.
I'm very open-minded when it comes to ICP's music. Go ahead, do a song with Jack Black. Talk about licking buttholes. I don't care. It's music, man. Some music is going to be more meaningful than others. But when they put out a Joker's card, it's almost like a guarantee that they've saved their best for whatever. You know what I mean?
Like they're constantly recording shit. They're constantly working with other people. It's not like they just record this and that's going to be it. No, they got several things going on, but they know what angle they're going with it, I guarantee you when this is all said and done, we're going to get, like, on the next Forgotten Freshness, we're going to see lots of tracks for these two albums here that are going to pop up, you know what I'm saying?
Forgotten Freshness Volume 6 is going to have, like, a handful of lost and found B-sides.
Yeah, exactly. The whole B-side, like, the fucking Forgotten Freshness Part 6. lost and found. You know? So, and I think it says that on Never Forgot Fresh is lost and found fucking shit, you know, whatever.
I think it would make sense for them to remarket like they did with the nuclear edition of Bang Pow Boom. I think because there's only one album, well, two parts, but one album each, you know, no versions, no like, hey, buy 3 versions of this album for a different intro track, none of that monkey business. I don't have a problem with them further down the road releasing like a double album, Lost and Found, which includes some bonus tracks, right, to make it worth it to rebuy the album for the collectors out there. I'm fine with that. That's something that they need to do because that's the marketing strategy that's going to keep them afloat because there are many people stealing their albums. And that's how ICP's always made their money. They're going to make their money because the fans are going to buy the collector's items, and then you're going to sell T-shirts at the shows. They're going to tour.
Right.
It works out in the end because they're fucking workaholics. You know what I'm saying? They got the work ethic to put everyone else to shame. We're all worried. They're like, oh, are they going to be okay? Are they going to make their ends meet? Hey, even with lawsuits up to wazoo, even with fucking, you know, monetary problems with their annual gathering, even with their fucking best fucking artists on their label gone and now competition, I still have faith in ICP because they're putting out this kind of quality music. You don't put out this kind of music and not fucking rally support.
No, exactly. And you're right. They are workaholics. You know what? They've been doing it for what, 30-something odd years now, whatever? I mean, what? It's 1991. What's we got? 25 years or so? And it's still going. You know, it's like, look how many labels, how many artists out there. They have their hardcore fans. You got the Kiss Army of Darkness and things like that, you know. But how many labels fell completely apart and they don't have their hardcore fan followers anymore, you know? And Psychopathic has gone through its ups and downs, this and that, but guess what? It is still there, and there are still juggalos out there that are still repping that shit, you know? ICP will continue to make albums up until they fucking die, you know? And people will still support and buy it or whatever, leak it somehow.
That's the thing. This is the game. It's the music. It's the music industry, the business, the underground. But ICP, man, there aren't some other shit. You know, this is the part of the hangout where I just don't know how to articulate to you guys. Like, there's a reason why we're all here. We know each other, close. I mean, ICP did something unimaginable. They created a life, so to speak, a lifestyle, so to speak. And we can go in this direction. Violent J has come out in promotion of this album saying that the Dark Carnival is his religion, and that, you know, and they said this in Video Camera, and I think in RollingStone.com, they've said this shit. For so many years, people take what they hear and they misconstrue it, or they apply it to their own lives the way they feel that they interpret it. And I think ICP is just so fucking amazing for letting people make it what they need to make it. You know, they put it out there and then they step back and they don't correct us. They don't scold us for saying, hey, you got this wrong. No, they let us fucking make it what we need it to be for us.
That's exactly right. You know, they've given us the tools to go on and do what we want with this lifestyle, and they don't fucking judge or say anything that we're doing wrong about it. It's a whole community started by them, developed by us.
I feel like the missing link is a really ballsy fucking message, man, because there's articles out I haven't even read yet, because obviously the press is about to fucking promote. I mean, it's on now. The album's out today, so it's
going to start coming out. People are going to start knocking it. People are going to start praising it. This is the time. Yeah, even though it's been out for over a week now, to most people, it's now it's going to either start getting shit on or it's going to start getting praised. And
Violent J has admitted it. He has a very basis understanding of right and wrong, of heaven and hell, of God and the devil. And in this album, like none other before, I finally figured it out. I was like, well, the missing link doesn't seem to be an entity of the Dark Carnival, there is no I am the missing link. I am personified. You know what the personification is in this album? It's the fucking devil. The devil is the entity in this album.
And it totally is. It's like the devil is standing behind you and is like influencing you to do this negative shit in your life or whatever. And
right?
He's got you like a little fucking puppet with his hand up your fucking ass and, you know, helping you make, when you know what the right decision is, he's helping you do the wrong one. And that's, I mean, and when we're talking about how are reviewers and everything going to smash this album or whatever, the general public just listens to it with a closed mind. They listen to it one time, and they're going to say, oh, these fucking guys are just so stupid, making ridiculous songs that aren't worth listening to. It's because they're not listening to it the right way. They're not listening to it, to the story behind it, to how it relates to other people in every day-to-day life, you know? So they're going to destroy.
This has been the struggle of being a juggalo, is dealing with other juggalos' intolerance for certain changes in the music. So I remember a lot of people, and I say a lot, but I just mean in general, I remember ninjas feeling like always taking it personal when ICP like experimented too much or did something too silly or, you know, or changed their sound or flirted with this or that type of, you know, instrumentation or rap style, but they've never stopped experimenting, and I'm so glad, because that's how you find original music, you know, because you can't just,
that reflects on the missing link also, because there is a very different sound to it, but yet it is that wicked shit, and you can feel it sounds different, but it feels like ICP. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say that this album, just more in the lyrics department, it has a couple of songs like the last track and How, which is funny, right in the middle of the album, right? It has the same dude doing the hook, the chorus, right?
Yeah.
The guy singing like, how do I know if I look good in your eyes? I wanted to point that one out because on How, they're literally asking the question, how do I know if I look good in God's eyes? And I just wanted to point that out because it's so funny to me. This world is not fair, okay? There are systems in place that are bullshit. Okay, there are class of people that are spit on by other classes, and in a perfect world, coming from that perspective, a perfect world would be going back to the caveman days where it's I versus an I and survival of the fittest, because then your moral compass is the final judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You don't have police officers that are going to cuff you if you fucking beat your wife or if you kill someone of a different race or creed. It's on you, right? Because you want to look good in God's. So in other words, these motherfuckers are like, fuck you, I don't care what you think of me, are now saying like, how do I know if I look good in your eyes? Like as if there's only one motherfucker that you need to worry about their opinion of you. And that's God, or maybe that's yourself. Maybe that's your conscious. Maybe can you live with the decisions you've made? And, you know, it's just funny, man, because this shit's blunt as fuck. You listen to it, a lot of people may get scared by these questions and want to avoid these questions and just be like, you know what, let's just talk about Violent J killing rednecks because I'm more comfortable saying fuck a redneck, and they don't want to talk about that other thing. Right?
You hit it right there on the head, dude, when you said maybe it's your conscious, because the first thing I get when I listen to this album is I start thinking about myself, my self-consciousness and shit about what am I doing in this and that, you know? And that's how other people are going to get when they listen to this. They're like, no, go back, talk about something else, because they don't want to sit there and think about themselves or whatever when they listen to the album. And that's what it's going to do. It's going to make you think about yourself, you know?
I swear, anytime anybody ever gets really short in that conversation, I'm immediately going to assume that they've got fucking skeletons in their closet and they're not ready. So I'm sorry, but anybody who wants to come out and attack this album, y'all are basically putting yourselves on blast. So be careful what you run your mouth about, because this shit's a mirror, okay? You look in that mirror, you tell us what you see, motherfucker. And I'm a little hesitant to tell everybody what I see, except I told y'all. Some of this shit really fucking struck a chord with me.
And the people that are going to knock it, like you said, just putting themselves on blast, that reflects to the image of the Joker card itself. Because what is he doing? He's shielding himself. He's covered by the metal shield, this and that, you know, because he's, you know.
it's that weight on his face, you know.
Exactly. I love it. The Joker's card makes so much more sense as to the look of him now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm curious to see how the imagery of Found is going to be with the album itself. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Well, yeah, I do love the image of this Joker's card, but I didn't love it more than the Mighty Death Pop. What I love about it is that the album is so good that the album is like better than the image, and therefore I love the image. What the image represents. It reminds me of the reason why I love the Ringmaster. It's not because I love the up and down and I love the top hat, and no, it's because I love the fucking music on that album, and then I just look at that Ringmaster and I'm like, yeah,
now it fits. Yeah, it fits. You know, I must say this. You know, when I first saw the Joker's card, I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling the way it looks yet. You know, but the end of the day, it isn't about what the Joker card itself looks like. It's the story behind the Joker's card. It's the story that you're going to hear on the album. It's the music itself. And now it fits together, you know? Mm-hmm. And now I absolutely love the way it looks. Not just because I'm trying to sell ICP or I'm trying to sell this album for them or anything like that. It is a true statement for myself that I didn't know if I liked it at first, but now the story fits with the way it looks, and I get it. It makes sense.
Kind of makes it a little bit more legit, man, because you didn't just hop on that bandwagon. It's so easy to hop on that bandwagon.
Oh, exactly, exactly.
In a way, I'm willing to hop on that bandwagon, but you know what? If that bandwagon isn't comfortable anymore, I'll hop off it. The day I'm not feeling this shit anymore, I will tell you guys.
Exactly.
I'll video PSA about it. But what can I say, man? This shit... This is my shit, man.
It's great. It's every ICP album, even like going all the way back to like The Tempest, you know, has a spot that fits in our lives. And right now, this album, it hits the hammer on the head of the nail, whatever the fucking terminology is, to things that go on in my life right now, you know? Because, you know, I'll sit there and I'll think about, man, am I doing this right? Am I going about this the right way? You know? So it's making me think, you know, maybe I got some apologies to make. You know, maybe I need to come clean about a few things in my life, you know?
Like, especially that song, You Should Know. I've talked about this track with Panic and Jinx before, like last week, before they heard it. And I was telling them how it's almost like Violent J has made a song that perfectly depicts what it's like to be an unfaithful dirt dog fucking pig like man whore, you know, and a man whore owning up to it and saying, look, I'm a man whore and I'm going to take your hand, but you should know all this truth about me. The kind of truth that I feel like guys don't want to fucking come out and say. So in a way, it's like, damn, Violent J is putting a lot of fucking personal shit on blast, because I can totally see where he's coming. At first, I thought the song was about Sugar Slam, because I immediately went to there, and I was like, this is an autobiographical song. But after repeat listens, I realized that, no, he is channeling the fucking dog in all of us in this song.
You know, and it could be one of those things where keeping it real goes wrong, too. You know, like, man, you need to do something, and then you keep it real, and damn it backfired on me. You know?
Yeah, and you know, I feel embarrassed to say that I've been a dog, you know. I mean, but you know what, guys? I'm 36 years old. I'm in my dirty 30s. I made it through my fucking 20s, and right now I'm not feeling the same way I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I feel like I'm older and wiser, and I didn't need ICP's music to put me on a path, because I'm already on my path, and now ICP's music is just complementing my life. And like I said, it didn't scare me. It opened my eyes. It gave me goosebumps, because it's a realization that, yeah, you could easily go down the wrong path. Oh, one split moment, one bad decision could fuck everything up. It really could. You could fuck your life up a million different ways.
In the blink of an eye, just bam, all is lost.
And look, they've given us a lot besides just this deep shit. There's a lot of fun stuff in this record too. It's not quite like Hell's Pit, where they didn't mention Juggalos once. They mentioned Juggalos. In fact, in this album, they actually kind of do the whole Wicked Clown vigilante thing where they're killing the rednecks and the racists.
Exactly.
They're bringing the flamethrower to the fucking the throwdown hootenanny, and they're walking backwards in slow motion as the building explodes, and that's some wicked shit right there.
And this album is straight up the wicked shit, and Hell's Pit is the wicked shit. But you know what? Because that was one of the comparisons I was feeling at first too. It was like, oh, it's kind of a Hell's Pit-ish thing. But I get more Carnival of Carnage from it than anything. If you want to compare, you don't want to compare to past albums. You really don't, because it's its own. But when you get the feel of the wicked shit, I feel Carnival of Carnage and stuff there. And that's why I feel like it's such a good album that no matter who you are, you need to give it a listen, because
the other theory I have is that it's a good album, and I think many people will agree it's a good album because it is lacking in the silly, goofy department. So therefore, there is nothing in there that's gonna jar you, like, because even on Hell's Pit, you got whatever it is.
Night of the 44. Things like that.
You go with the bowling balls, and it's like, talking about fucking bowling balls, and that's like the most lighthearted song on the album.
Goofy ways to kill people and this and that, clowny ass shit. And you get none of the clowniness on here.
No, it's really not clowny at all, man. If anything, it's really very Rob Zombie, like Devil's Reject-esque,
No, exactly. No, that's exactly right. It's like when I picture this, I picture Violent J and Shaggy almost paintless, just themselves, as artists, as people, not clowns, and I don't. There's no clowniness in here at all.
The Confederate. We haven't talked about Confederate flag. Obviously, topically, it's a homage to that first one, "Fuck Your Rebel Flag." But more so than that, I feel like it's almost on that To Kill a Predator tip, because let's face it, they've talked about fucking, taking care of business and getting rid of pedophiles before, but to make a song dedicated to the Confederate flag in 2015, like, they just made a song here that you can take and you can put that out there, and I don't know, it's like they put in a nice bow on it,
Right.
And I guess the music itself it's one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's got that high pitch wah, 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 like they did in Murder Rap or whatever. It's like that old school hip hop, like that gangster shit. And it almost sounds like a movie. It almost sounds like a dramatic movie where it's like it gets slow motion and they're just like slashing bodies apart.
Right.
Fuck your rebel flag.
You see, those comparisons, I have to listen to it more, so I know when to pick out those sound effects and this and that, because like I've listened to it, and the story's there, I feel everything, but it's like I need more listens, because you know what, the more you listen to it, the more you hear that other shit, or you pick up on this and that, I'm jealous of the fact that you can, those differences and comparisons of the sounds that like really grab you by the balls,
it just comes with repeat listens, because
exactly.
First couple times listening to it, I hate to say it, but shit goes over my head. Like, it'll take 3 or 4 times before I can actually like be like, damn, this song, like.
and that's an ICP album, any ICP album for that part. It takes a few listens, and that's what I'm talking about when I did the Stanley Kubrick comparison, because how many times do you have to see The Shining to see all the little hidden things he does in there, How many times do you have to see 2001: Space Odyssey to really appreciate its uniqueness and the story behind it, That's every ICP album. It's not like we're listening to it multiple times because it's sucking us in. We have to make ourselves like it or this and that, or because it's got the whole subliminal messages to make us like it. It's because
with like Black Sabbath and Motley Crue,
yeah.
Cooper, my favorite bands. You mean, come on, man, we're music fans, we're concert goers, we're
exactly
human beings. Like, music is the #1 most popular thing on the planet.
Right. When you hear it more times and over again on repeat, you pick up on other things to it. And hell, there might be even songs that you didn't like before that you hear it like, oh wow, I'm gonna give it a second shot, and now it becomes one of your favorite songs. I think Mirror Mirror had songs like that, Reflection. I liked it, but when I heard it live in concert, I was like, oh damn, now it really grabbed me by the balls,
Yeah. Well,
So
it's been a nice hangout, man. Maybe we should wrap this up because
yeah, definitely.
We've gone all around the world with this. Juggalos out there, again, we'd love to know what you guys think of this album. Don't think we're done talking about it by a long shot. We're going to continue talking about this shit. That's what we're here to do. We'll chop it up with you. If you guys have requests of topics, I'd say leave them in the comments below. Make sure you check out our website, CarnivalSpirits.com, and always remember to fuck the fuck off. Any closing statements for us, Gary?
Man, just buy the album. If you leaked it out there, whatever, just $10 is all it's going to take. Download it, go pick up a physical copy. And it's always good to have a physical copy. If you want to be a hardcore collector, you need the physical copy. Add it to that collection. Add the Joker cards all together. Pay ICP the respect to actually pay for the album, especially if you've already listened to it. You know what? Because you already know the geniusness that is behind this album. And I'm not saying that because I'm a juggler. I'm not saying that because I'm a fan. I'm saying it because it is truly a great album.
And I would challenge anybody out there, and of course I want to encourage, community, and let's all talk. Let's not fucking be isolated here. Let's join as a community and celebrate this moment. But I'm going to challenge you that if you have gripes about this album, just come clean with them. Tell us what they are. You know what I mean? Don't hold on to that fucking grudge and be all passive aggressive on it on Facebook and Twitter and bitch and complain. If you want to bitch and complain, let's do it right here in the comments. Get it out of your system. How about that? We welcome it, but at the same time, I want to welcome it so we can get over it. Let's get past it,
Exactly. Let's get over the negative shit and get on to the positives.
Because then again, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. If you guys don't like this or that, normally I don't give a shit. Even if you like me, fuck you,
No, exactly. You know what? And I see the negative stuff all the time when people are just talking shit on comments or tweets or this and that. It's like, you know what? I don't give two fucks what you guys think about it, because at the end of the day, it's what I feel about it. And you know what? You're not listening to it the right way.
I would like to hear, I don't know, the way I'm feeling, the way that we're running this channel, the way that you guys seem to care what we have to say, or at least you find it interesting enough to watch us, to listen to us. Trust me, I'm very interested to know what all Juggalos think of this album, even if it's not positive. So if you're not feeling something lyrically, you're not feeling something production-wise, I'm interested to know what you think. Except anything about the album art. If you don't like the colors, go fuck yourself with that. That's so petty.
The pettiness of it looks so retarded the way this Joker card looks, this and that, blah 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 blah. What are they trying to do? Get our money by releasing 2 albums? Oh, come on now, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if basically you're just going to bring up old fucking bitches and moans, from yesteryear and Violent J still hasn't fucking admitted that he took a fucking Percocet. Shut the fuck up.
Who cares? Show respect. Tell Violent J happy birthday on Twitter right now, people. Tweet out ICP. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Violent J. Joe Bruce. Wow.
Yes. Wow. Joe Bruce is fucking 50 years old or something. How old is he now? Yes. Old fucker.
Oh, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. All right, so look, we're going to end this shit. Again, visit our website. Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on YouTube. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Tumblr. Shit, we're on every fucking domain out there. Carnival Spirits. Recognize.
That's right. Much love, motherfucker.